It's Laura
and Lori,
and today we're going to be talking about transitioning from working from
full-time with someone and now working for ourselves. Last video we spoke about how we decided to quit our job, so if you haven't watched that video, make sure to check it out. But yeah, we decided to quit our jobs, and now we're gonna talk about how it's been the process of transitioning from working for someone else and now
Working for
completely
ourselves.
being our own boss.
So it has been a couple months since we both quit our jobs, and there are so many different things that we had to do differently with that transition. So we're just gonna go over the few things that we had to learn, adjust, and kind of like just do differently.
The first week after we quit our jobs, it
didn't even feel real. It felt like I was still waking up, obviously, because my body was still used to waking up at that time. And it still felt like, man, I need to be somewhere. I need, like, if I don't show up to this place at this time, there's gonna be trouble, consequences. It still felt like we were still in that,
like we were doing something wrong.
Yeah.
The first few days, so I finally turned off my alarms. It felt beautiful not having to wake up at a certain time and do things at a certain time. So the first week, it was just me trying to get out of that. It was hard because when you work for so many years and you're used to doing the same things every day, now you have to switch things up. It just felt wrong, but
your body gets used to it over time. Which brings us to the second point that we're going to address is learning to set goals, and learning to be disciplined on your own is a complete different thing, because when you work for someone, the expectation is you're going to be there at a certain time, and you're expected to do that,
this and that by the end of the day.
Now when it's yourself, it's just like, if you don't set up these rules for yourself, then you're just not going to do anything, and you can't just not do anything because
you need money and you have to work.
So I think for us, we just, after a few weeks, we kind of like started to set a schedule for ourselves, like when we would wake up or what we would do, just kind of have a plan for the day as it goes.
But it's still hard for us we try to plan out the week. It's been going good, but it's still hard to be like, okay, Monday we're gonna do this, Tuesday we're gonna do that. And we're not like the most organized people. We are more like, it's true.
Yeah, like easygoing. We'll do it when we want to do it. It'll get done. Yeah, but in this situation, it has to be different because we do have our business that we run, so we can't just not do things. So there has to be process of how we do things, and basically we have to be disciplined.
It's hard, but we're getting better.
Yeah.
So there's that. Just a few weeks after I quit, it was just like, there was a point of time where I was like just going to like a panic attack. I was like, oh my gosh, like what the hell did I do? Like, was that even the right decision? Like, what am I gonna do? What is happening with my life? Oh, like, it was just like, I felt like my life was upside down.
Yeah, and that's not what you expect, because like, obviously you're gonna, well, for us, we knew we were gonna quit. It wasn't just like a one day type of thing where we just decided. There were like weeks leading up to us knowing that
at one point we knew that, like, this is gonna happen. It's not happening now, but we know at some point it's gonna happen. But it's just like,
it's not the expectation you have, because in my head I was thinking the whole time that, you know, once I finally quit, I'm gonna walk out of there, I'm gonna feel this type of freedom.
and I felt the freedom. Once I left the building and I walked in my car,
You felt like
I started crying, and it just felt like, oh my gosh, I did it. Oh, this is so beautiful.
But the days and the weeks leading, like after that, it's just like it really settles in, and you start to really have this doubt. You're like, how am I gonna live? What did I just do?
Like,
Is
how
this
am I gonna pay my bills?
Yeah.
Like,
So-
why did I do this? Like, it was just a lot of emotions. Like, you're just going through the process. But then, how I got over that, like, I really had to start changing my morning routine.
Yeah.
I started watching videos. I started going to the park,
Like
journaling,
yeah.
meditating. Oh my gosh, meditating, journaling, that's been like a big part of our routine, morning routine.
And I think that with this whole thing, like, it's just kind of like open our eyes to how important it is to take care of your mind. It's because that affects everything else going around you. Because if you had stayed in that mindset of, oh my God, how I'm going to live, then everything around you was going to fall apart, and you know. But if you go, like, you change your mindset and you're like, okay, this is a new opportunity to do something new, to discover new things about yourself, then, you know, that's how you're gonna see it. And that's what I really want people to get out of this, is that, like, your mindset is everything. How you look at things really affect the outcome of your life and how you do things. So it's very important to feed your mind the right type of things. Make sure you meditate. Make sure, you know, you have the clarity that you
like
need.
meditate, whatever thing that you can do that feels like works for you.
Yeah, even if it's taking a walk, you know, like, these things, they really affect your mind and, you know, how you see things. So it's very important to pay attention to these type of things. And I think that's one of the things that I've been the most grateful for since we started this whole journey, is like us really taking the time out of our day to meditate, to go on walks, to journal,
Practice gratitude.
It all helps with the whole process.
Because I've always heard people say these things, be like, oh, practice gratitude, meditate. But once I really started to do these things,
It's
like, I
life-changing.
could see the shift in my life. Like, so, and it's like, once you quit your job and you're pursuing something else and you're going after something else, it requires you to be a whole different person.
It really does, because no one's telling you what to do. It's different than, like, with a job. It's like there are expectations of you, and it's pretty much already written out. Like, you're supposed to do this is required of you. But when it comes to doing your own thing, it's you. Like, you're in charge of,
You're responsible
of everything. So it's like, you have to make sure you train your mind and make sure that you're very solid, because a lot of times there are going to be times where you feel like, okay, what am I even doing? But if you have, like, a very strong foundation, like, you're very strong-willed, and you practice, you know, the things, mindfulness, you meditate, you stay grounded, then, like, that alone will help carry you through the whole process.
And even if, go ahead.
Yeah.
And even if, like, things, you know, start getting bad or tough, it's not going to affect you as bad, because you are already in a good place mentally. So you'll know, okay, this is not going the way I want it to go right now, but I know the steps I can take. I know the things I can do differently. Let me try this, instead of, oh, this is not going right. Oh my gosh, my life is upside down. Things are just horrible. You know, it's just about focusing on the positive.
Positive, yeah. And another thing I would say is to make sure you have people around you who are supportive, because it really helps that, you know, you when you have people around you who are able to, even if they don't understand what you do
doing,
or what you're trying to do, but they're supportive of what you do, it also helps. And also who you surround yourself with is a pretty big deal. Like I know for us, we don't have a lot of friends, but the friends that we do have are very supportive people, and we're just grateful for that.
And if you're going through the process of quitting your job, I would highly suggest that
just keep it to yourself.
If you can't, I would say don't tell everyone that you did it, because then it's just, you're gonna start hearing all these outside opinions and things you should do, things you shouldn't do, and just going to
questions of what are you gonna do.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of times, and I noticed that because when we first quit our job, we really didn't tell anyone like that
at all.
But when we really started telling people, I started to feel the pressure. Not because they were saying bad things about it. It was basically getting asked questions about,
and
you know, what's next? What are you gonna do? And it's not a bad thing. It's good to have people that care. But the downside could be you feeling the pressure of, oh man, this is getting too much. And I really started to feel that, because when we started telling like people close to us that we quit, we were getting like all these questions, and I could feel my energy just kind of shifting to like feeling stressed a little about, you know, the whole decision. So that's why it's good for you to, you know, just don't tell everyone around you. Just tell a few people.
And you also have to make sure that, going back to the whole mindfulness, you have to make sure that you are in a good place mentally, because even if you do tell a handful of people, those people are going to want to know what's
next.
your plan, what's next, so how have you been paying your bills and everything. So you have to really make sure that you are in the right mindset and the right space for that, because once you start talking to different people, it can really, you know,
shift your, you know, your energy, or like your perspective, I would say, on like your decision that you made. So it's helpful, because I think the best thing that we did is like really hammered the whole meditating and the whole, you know, mindfulness thing, because it really is helping us get through this process
a lot.
Yeah. And another thing, even now, we don't have every single thing figured out. We just knew that we were in a place that we did not like and we did not feel comfortable with, and so we made a plan, and we decided to get out of that space. You're not going to have everything figured out. Even now, we're still figuring things out, and that's the thing. I don't want people thinking, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna do this and then everything's gonna be amazing. Like, no,
it's little by little. And I think that's why after I quit the first week, I sort of had like a panic attack.
Yeah.
Because I just started thinking, like, I was just so focused on the how.
Yeah.
How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? The thing is, you just have to decide, I'm going to do this. And then once you decide, you start seeing ways.
Yeah, you start seeing ways. Don't necessarily focus on how. Yes, it's good to know, okay, like, you know, it's good to know some aspect to how it's going to happen, but you don't have to have all the answers and everything figured out. Like we said, we're still learning as we go. It's a learning process, but it's something that I feel like is so worth doing. It's so important to live a life that you're proud of, that you chose. I feel like a lot of people wake up and they go to work because they have to, and I just don't feel like life is meant to be lived like that. I think life is supposed to be happy, enjoyable. You're supposed to live life with ease.
And and I also think that you can create the life
that you want. And a few months ago, we were not in this space at all. So it's very true that you can live a life that you choose.
It's just that it requires you to it really does require you to become a whole new person.
It really does. You have to do the work.
You have to go on this journey with yourself.
Yeah.
And just do the work. And it's been so amazing.
Amazing, yeah, because as you go on the journey of doing the work on yourself, you realize, well, I could do anything.
I can do anything.
It's just a matter of mindset.
It just becomes more clear. You
Yeah.
get a clear vision of what you want, how you want your life to be like. And I feel like that is like so beautiful, because months ago we had no idea what we wanted.
Well, we
kind of had like the idea, but we just didn't know how we were gonna go about it.
And we didn't know, like, we weren't sure of how to actually get out of that situation of like being in jobs that we were not happy. But here we are now, months later, and we are at a better place, and we feel better. So yeah, this is it. If you do plan on quitting your jobs, these are some of the things you can expect to feel, and these are some of the things that you can expect to work on. We hope this video has been helpful.
We also want, before we end, we also maybe next video or videos coming up, we want to share with you guys our meditation process, or morning routine, because we feel like that is a really big, important part of becoming a whole new person.
Yeah,
it's about working
on your mind.
Yeah. So we will share some of that, some of the videos, some of the people we've been following, things that we've been watching,
books we've been reading,
really helpful to us. So we want to share that with you. And
stay tuned for our next video.
See you guys in the next video.
Bye.